A student is investigating the refraction of light by a transparent block. So this is supposed to be our transparent block. She uses her results to determine a quantity known as refractive index for the material of the block. Students' ray trace sheet is shown in figure 3.1. Okay, let's go through this figure what is given over here. So this is your block ABCD. This is your ray, which is your incident ray, that is Mn. Okay, we are given certain points P3, P4, your whole box, figure 3.1. The student places a transparent block ABCD on the ray trace sheet as indicated in figure 3.1. She draws line NM. Draw a normal to line AB at point N. The normal should start above AB and extend below AB so that it crosses the line CD. Label the point at which the normal CD crosses with the letter L. Okay, so this is the first part, A part, that we are going to do. So this is the normal, the red colored line that is indicated. We are supposed to extend the normal to this surface CD, and this point is labeled as L. So this is our point that is labeled. This is your point L. Next thing that we are supposed to do is the second part, that is we are supposed to measure the angle of incidence. I'm going to measure this angle of incidence. I'm measuring this angle, which is 41 degrees. So measure the angle theta between the normal and the line NM. This angle I have measured, I'm writing that. That is 41 degrees. The student places two pins P1, P2 on line NM at a suitable distance apart. On figure 3.1, mark and label appropriate positions for P1 and P2. This is what we are supposed to do on which part? On line NM. Okay. We just have to follow the steps what they are asking to do. The student views the images of P1 and P2 through the block from the direction indicated by the eye in figure 3.1. Okay, so that's the position of the eye. She places two pins P3 and P4 as shown in figure 3.1. So that pins P3 and P4 and the images of P1, P2 all appear exactly one behind the other. So all four pins P1, P2, P3 and P4 should appear to us in a straight line. Draw a line joining P3, P4. Extend this line until it meets an L. This is the next step that I'm going to do. I'm supposed to join P3, P4. I will extend it and it should meet an L. So this is the step I have done. These are points P3, P4. I have to join that. I have to extend it such that it is touching or intersecting line NL, which is this red line, which is the normal. This is the step that we have done. Draw a line joining points N and E. Measure the length A of line NE. You are supposed to measure this length. Measure the length B of line FE. Okay, so now here the labeling parts. The line that is joined by P3, P4, that is this brown line. It is intersecting CD at point E. So this point is labeled as E. And the line which is meeting at the normal NL, that point is supposed to be labeled as F. So these are the labeling of these two points. We are supposed to measure the length NE. That is marked with the purple line, that is length A. And we are supposed to measure length FE, which is going to be the letter B. We are going to measure both of these lengths and we are going to write them down. So we have measured both the lengths. Length of A is 8.1 centimeters and length of B is 5.3 centimeters. Calculate the value of N for the refractive index using the equation N is equal to A divided by B. So this is the calculation that we are going to do, and then we are going to write down its value. So we divide this value 8.1 divided by 5.3, which is going to give us the value of N, that is the refractive index, as 1.53. There will be no units as it is refractive index. The next part is describe the two precautions that you would take in order to obtain reliable results in this type of experiments. What are the two precautions that we are going to take?
Readings twice thrice.